We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah, yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We're live for another Ordinal Hour. We're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be a great one, guys, because we are back up, right? Yesterday's bear market is over. We're back in the win column. We're back in the green. We got things up 100%, 90%, 60%. It's good. It's going to be a great week. We have the debates coming this week, so I think a lot of the politic coins and stuff like that, the rooms are going to really blow up. We're going to get into that later. We're going to get into a giant whale was buying on Gemini yesterday. That's the Winklevoss exchange. We're going to tell you who we think that is. We're going to get into some lot other. We got so much crypto news to get into. The Magic Eden. There's 69% of all the volume on Bitcoin. Get into that, and they have a new mempool protection, which I think is needed because we can't have that. We have new people in here, and they go to buy something, they leave their computer, and they come back, and what they bought is not in their wallet, right? So we definitely needed that. That's something that Magic Eden could make a lot of money on too. We're gonna get into that. We actually got so much to go over, so let's just get started now. I'm gonna bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy? What's going on?
What is up?
How's your week, man? How's everything going for you?
Week is good. A little volatile, right? Feels like you're on a little bit of a roller coaster, but I am really, really liking what the chart is showing. It possibly could be, just a short-lived, bloody couple days there. But the cynic in me is kind of saying, it can't be that easy, right? And so that's why I'm like, okay, well, I love what the charts are showing, but let me get a little bit more confirmation.
100%. Before we get started here, we passed 20K this morning for the first time ever. Ordinal Revolution is, I think we crossed over that line of being a hobby into being something that could be here for a long time, right?
Yeah, I think we crossed that line a while ago, just because we know how we both feel right internally about it, and so but from like an outside perspective, possibly that people can see that, right? So I just want to thank everybody that's watching, all of you guys, and everybody that's a part of the Ordinal ecosystem for helping us get here, because it wasn't easy, but without you guys, I know for a fact we couldn't have done it.
Yeah, I was telling someone like I just started like picking up some like video game stuff just in my free time because last year we worked 100-hour weeks like all year. We had 9 to 5s, and then we would grind from 5 to 11 every single night, weekends 14 16-hour days, doing this stuff, recording after recording. There were some days last year where I got home from work at 5 on my computer from 5:30 till 12:30. Had 3 recordings, editing, and all that fun stuff that comes with that. Like it was such a grind last year, and this year just we're kind of reaping the benefits of that hard work, man, and it feels nice.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's exactly how I feel.
All right, we're jumping into some stuff here. Yesterday, top trending hashtag was buy the dip. Today's top trending hashtag is bull run. What does that tell you about the market like right now?
What it tells me is that we're in a bull run market, right? In the bull run
Yeah.
market. And so, whenever you're in a bull market, the retrace is typically shorter lived, right? Than whenever you're in a bear market, right? And that goes to the opposite as well. When you're in a bear market, the pump up is typically short lived, right? So I think we got to remember what market we're in, but also, you have to have your specific indicators that works for you in terms of realizing, okay, is the blood in the streets over? Has it calmed down? Or, is this pump going to calm down soon? But one thing that was a good sign, in my opinion, was the fear and greed meter, right? So we got it kind of where we want it. And I think it's at a perfect spot right now.
We could actually jump into that right now since you did mention it. So the fear and greed right now is at a 30. I'm gonna show my chart here. Fear and greed right now is at a 30. Yesterday was a 51. Last week was a 74, and last month was a 75. So this is exactly where we want to be in a bull market. Being here at 90 to 100 in bull market is very bad. It means we're very overbought. So being down here, it feels very oversold. And I mean, we're at $62,000 Bitcoin, and 30 is the fear. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, definitely good kind of correlation or matching kind of situations here, right? 30 on the fear and greed, 62,000 Bitcoin. But the situation could, Bitcoin could get back to like 64,000 really quick. We've seen it happen, right? Jump up a couple 3,000. But I'd be curious to see how it will affect the fear and greed index in terms of moving it to the right. I don't think we need to move that to the right yet, but 2,000 back and forth chop probably won't do that, right? So I imagine that's probably what we see for at least like this week. A chop back and forth. Maybe at the end of the week we get a bounce back up, but I like where it's at right now. Maybe even like 5-10 points lower would be really cool, but maybe that's asking too much.
Yeah, I think that's asking too much. Yeah, I think we're lucky to get a 30 on this day. I think tomorrow back over 50. I just feel that in the market, man. It just seems very buying friendly today for sure. And speaking of buying friendly, a mysterious Bitcoin whale bought a substantial amount of Bitcoin spot, 961 million. This was not OTC over the counter. This was spot Bitcoin buy from Gemini. I'm thinking it might be Michael Dell. He put out last week that he was interested in Bitcoin. This could be his first small buy. And I say small buy because he's a billionaire, right? $300 billion market. I think he's up there, $300 billion range. So for him, this is 5% of a potential portfolio or of investments. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's him, and I hope that by end of the week comes out and says I bought the dip. That'd be pretty awesome.
That would be cool. But wouldn't you think someone of his stature would do an OTC deal unless Bitcoin was so volatile that it pulled back so far to where, there just wasn't really too much OTC like good deals. But I imagine there's always, right? Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Because he is a large figure.
Gemini, to me, I don't think they do OTC. I think Coinbase is the biggest player OTC.
But why would he not go to Coinbase and do it though?
He might just sitting there and just might have bought a bunch off Gemini. He might, just who knows? He just. I'm thinking he's just throwing money there. Just somebody. This didn't come from USDT. It came from a bank account. It came from dollars. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could have been a way to get like some bullish news out, right? In my opinion, because I just feel like if someone like of that stature would purchase that much
You're
Bitcoin,
probably right.
it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But hey, it works, right? Like
Yeah.
Gemini's like, hey, let's just do it through here and then show, that this much has been
It might
purchased.
be cheaper to buy spots sometimes though, because
That's what I was
OTC
saying
might
because
have
it
a certain
did. I mean,
price.
it jumped so hard
Yeah.
that like maybe they just weren't much available. So I mean, obviously we're speculating on all of this,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
100%.
the biggest thing that we're speculating on is that it is Michael Dell, right? I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's fun. This is just fun, guys. Like
Yeah.
obviously we don't know exactly, but one thing we do know is that $900 million plus got purchased in
Yep.
Bitcoin.
So this is kind of what happened. They got it down there, that 59 number. So late on Monday, Bitcoin faced increased sell pressure, causing the price to fall from 58. However, it rebounded to approximately 61,000. So this was one of the buys that sent it back up to 61,000. You can't go buy $1 billion in Bitcoin without the market noticing. And then once something like that happens, people will jump onto that bandwagon and long and stuff like that. So that could have definitely caused this pump up back to 61. I mean, I think we're at 62 now, right?
61.4. We did touch
Okay.
62 earlier. We crossed it. But it's just kind of right now, the buy pressure it was overbought, right? So it's just kind of
Yeah.
swinging back. Right now we're at 61.4. I don't know, but like I said, the 4-hour chart, the 12-hour chart both look really good in terms
Yeah.
of, giving me some confidence that that big leg of bleed down is possibly completed. And we'll go over that in a minute here. But yeah, there was some things I saw on the Twitter timeline, with more of like traders and
Yeah.
forecasting and stuff, right? With Bitcoin's price action. And a lot of people are like, well, if we can try to liquidate the long so easily, how come we don't go to 74, whatever that number was, 72.4, whatever it
Yeah.
is, to liquidate the shorts? And I was like, well, that's inevitable. We know
Yeah.
that's coming, right? So when that comes, that's like probably most likely, passing through 72, probably 76,
Yeah.
maybe higher. And we're initiating that first leg up of like that aggressive leg up into the bull market. And I think when you do that, it's really hard to grab the longs at 62.5, right? And
Yeah.
so that's what happened. Like a lot of longs got liquidated at 62.5 yesterday. And so it makes sense because like once we take off for that aggressive pull up, there's not really much turning back, right? But
Yeah.
we don't know when that's going to happen. A lot of people are saying August, a lot of people are saying November. So we shall see when that actually happens, but it's going to be a glorious day when we get that start of it.
100%. I agree. Next set of news here. President Donald Trump in talks to speak at Bitcoin convention in July. How big would it be if he was in Nashville at the Bitcoin conference?
I think it would be big. It would be really big, right? So I'm excited about this. Obviously, we're
Yeah.
going to be there. A lot of our community members are going to be there. So this is big. This is big. It just shows that just what type of impact that Bitcoin is having
Yeah.
in our society. Finally, right? It's been over over 10 years. It's been like almost 15 years, really. And it's taken this long for it to be this prominent in our society in America to where like a past president and
Yeah.
candidate from this upcoming election is going to speak at the conference, right? So and it's making other parts that were anti-Bitcoin and anti-crypto become more friendly. So this is really, really huge. Just really, really bullish for this entire cycle.
Yeah.
This presidential and like kind of the whole like government being more friendly towards it, news and stuff. So
2 of the 3 candidates are potentially speaking, if he accepts this offer. Robert Kennedy's already set to speak at the conference, and now Donald Trump. Yeah, to your point, man, this is the biggest thing for crypto since the birth. I mean, having 2 potential presidential candidates speaking at a conference, created for Bitcoin, everyone's coming there because they participate in Bitcoin, or they, at some point, or they do, this is monsters. We got ETFs now. We're going to the moon. If you're still doubting Bitcoin at this point, if Bitcoin isn't the safest thing in your portfolio at this point, then I don't know what you're doing. You're not going to make it. So, I mean, it really is the safest thing in probably most portfolios, if you ignore the 10K drops from month to month. But
yeah.
Yeah.
And That's the thing, is that like, and you know, if you look at past, just the history of people that become wealthy through investments and stuff like that, you know, it's a small percentage of the total population, right? Not the everyday
Yeah.
person is understands how it works. So they get spooked whenever like they see volatility and all this stuff. But
Yeah.
for people like us, we know how it works. So I think more and more people will understand that, but it's still going to stay into that like small percentage of people that catch on it, I believe.
Yeah, I think in 2021 they said it was about 1% of the people participated. I think this year they're saying it's about 5%. And I think in 2028 you're probably going to see anywhere from 10 to 15% at least having maybe in their, their 401k or something that are participating even a little bit in Bitcoin. So I can
Yeah.
think we can get a 10% in the next 4 to 8 years, and probably 50% by the time we decease. So
Well, you got to think about it like this, right? Think about like your, you know, in your late 20s, early 30s, mid
yeah,
30s, right? Like, how many of your friends during that time had gold that they were invested in? Not many, right?
no,
And gold was the big investment vehicle, right? In terms of like tangible assets or whatever. So I'm looking at it like that, right? So most of society was late on Bitcoin. They're gonna look at it as
yeah,
expensive. They're not gonna look at it as like it's not convenient because they're just lazy, right? I mean, let's be honest, most people, right, in terms of getting a ledger or figuring out how to do it. But there will be that percentage that spent the time, like the same people that research gold and how to invest in that and the best ways to do it. And it will just transition over to Bitcoin. So I think that will scale in terms of like who owns like a good amount of Bitcoin and all that stuff.
yeah.
So
I think you're wrong though. I just think that gold was just hard to buy, and getting the papers doesn't feel like you're getting gold. With Bitcoin, it's not that expensive. I mean, Apple is about the same market cap. Buying Apple and buying Bitcoin is almost exactly the same, and they're both same
I mean,
price
you
technically
could do
if the
it
same
digitally
supply.
too. Like the gold's had ETF since 2004. But that's
Yeah,
my
but
point,
still
is that
doesn't
people
feel
aren't
like gold.
but people
You
aren't
know?
researching though. That's my point. Like the everyday person, they were too lazy
Yeah,
to research it, right? Like I knew a dad that had bars of gold like in his
yeah,
closet, but like he was super like he had like he was super type A, OCD, like he wanted
yeah,
everything his way, right? But like none of my friends had like gold ETF shares. You know what I mean? Like when I was in my 20s or 30s. And
yeah.
so that I'm just trying to say that like we are going to be like that small percentage. But it's fine
I
because
disagree. Yeah,
you
but
think
good.
everybody in America is going to have some Bitcoin.
Yes. Because it's gonna be in 401ks, because it's going to be in pension funds. It's gonna be everyone in the world is eventually gonna own a little piece of Bitcoin, and
Yeah,
it's
but
not gonna be from their ledger. It's gonna be a part of the ETF. It's gonna be in the gold's not in retirement funds. Gold's not in 401ks,
why
but
not?
Bitcoin will be.
Yes it is. The gold ETF is.
I don't I'm
Why
no
why
401k that I ever participated in had that, but like they're starting to offer
you
the Bitcoin ones
well
already.
you can customize what you put in there, right? So
That's a
my
Roth though, yeah, you can the
that
Roth, but I'm just
what
saying the
my point that I'm trying to make here is that
yeah.
like if it was that easy, then everybody would already have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
you
most
know,
people don't even know what it is still. They're just hearing the word first time
15
hearing the word
years.
Bitcoin first time. Yeah, but that's us crazy people. Like if
Yeah,
you go to some
that's
random
what.
people, they say, "Oh yeah, the CEO of Bitcoin, didn't he get arrested in November?" Like that's what you're hearing. You know what I mean? Like
And
still,
most everyday person didn't pay attention to gold either and how it goes up. I'm just talking about like we have to remember
gold's trash. Gold's
there,
always been
there,
trash.
there, there,
Nobody
there
wants
there's
gold.
there's different dude. Come on, dude. You got to look at the
Gold's
chart.
trash.
It's
Gold
been
has
it's been
always been
up. It's been
trash.
up only. It's been
It's
up
it,
only
no,
at a slower.
it's been
It's a slower rate, but it's been up only. If you look at the chart from since the ETF, it's been up only.
the dollar's just been down only. It's not gold. Milk has gone up more than gold.
I know. I'm not saying that like the rate. I'm
Yeah.
saying it is up only though. And I would pick Bitcoin
The
over gold.
dollar's down.
I would pick Bitcoin over gold any day. But my point that I'm making is that like the people that do the research and stuff are going to be in it. We have different societal, like I hate to
Yeah.
say it, but like different societal classes in the sense of like income level, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you think like everybody that's going to be like in the 50,000 and below income, total income household level is going to have Bitcoin? No, that you know what I mean. But like obviously, the people that are smart in those households that research it, they will set up a bright future for their family. That's all I'm trying to get at, is like it's still going to be a small percentage of the total society that has
I
substantial.
think it'll be more than Apple. I think the people will own more Bitcoin than Apple stock in the future.
Yeah, I think that not many people own Apple stock, but
well, I'm just saying. But yeah, all right, okay, we'll move on here. If you wouldn't mind showing us your price, gold sucks, but keep going.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, if you are watching on the YouTube side, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. If you're not, welcome to the Ordinal Revolution podcast, and smash that like for us. On the Twitter side, please share this space so we can educate as many people as possible. Let's jump in here real quick in the charts and see what is happening here. Let's see here in the 1 hour chart here. You can see that like we have bounced back pretty substantially this morning, right? It was all the way down to, and this was yesterday, I think, actually. Yesterday at 4 p.m. Central, we were at 59. Throughout the night, we battled back, hit 61.5, and then kind of chopped back and forth, and we went all the way. You see this wick here at $62.41, right? $62,041. So we've been up here in the overbought for a good amount of time, right? This is good. This is kind of like that bounce back that we needed to kind of stop that bleeding. So it feels really good this morning. We'll see how long we will remain up here. We have been up here for a while. So eventually, as you guys know, the pendulum always swings back, even if it's for a brief moment. So I imagine we'll probably pretty soon try to touch back into oversold. I don't know how long that's going to take, because this buyback kind of period could continue on here. And so that's the hour, the short term of the rest of today, right? So we could see a little bit more up. I don't think we're going to see like a dramatic pullback. I feel like we definitely have stopped that bleeding. And to further that point here on the 4 hour chart, this is looking really good in my opinion, because you can see this bleed out right here, man. This was tough yesterday, going from 64 all the way to 50. It really touched 58. And then you can see that green candle tried to revive us here, and then we had a continuation here with just this is normal to have that red candle in between, but multiple green candles here. To have a full reversal, I feel like we got to get back to like 64,200. Past that, we got to get to like 64, maybe like 65,000. That will kind of show that trend reversal for sure. But it is good because on the 4 hour chart, we have, in a sense, we've stopped that bleeding, similar to the hour chart, right? And if you look back to the last trend reversal going out of, a bloody, sell down to, getting a little bit more bullish, you can see, it looks a little similar to this, right? At least it started. And that's what I like to see. Typically, you won't see anything like build up and have like a good buy pressure and then all of a sudden a huge dump. So that's why I feel like a lot of the dump, at least in the local time frame, is or time period is done, is what I'm thinking. So it did touch kind of like that 58,000 that we said it could get to. Obviously 50,000 was also on an option, but I don't think we're headed there. But who knows, in a couple of days or next week, I could feel different about that. The 12 hour chart, which kind of forecast like 2 weeks out, is also showing, this is two solid green candles here, showing that we have stopped the bleeding. But also, if we can start to pull up here, like towards the middle, heading towards this overbought, like the 80 point on the stochastic RSI, that would be really, really bullish, because we have been down here for so long. I can't imagine us just touching this and then coming right back down, because it's been so long. But it could happen, you never know. But so the charts are telling me, at least for the time being, that the bleed out has been there's a tourniquet that's been tied around it. So we've slowed that down. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I think the bleed is done. I think people realizing that we're in a bull market, hitting that 58 was crucial, because then we set a floor, we set a nice bottom for like a nice local bottom, and now we can kind of build off that. I'm thinking up only from here for at least the next 6 days. Real quick, could you show the monthly? Can we start the month where we finished, or can we finish the month where we started?
It doesn't allow me to go to the monthly here,
Yeah.
but let me pull up Trading View real quick and
Yeah.
see if that is let me.
Because I'm just curious, because like for me, like the Plan B chart, like that next dot, I think is crucial. I think if we can just make that next dot on Plan B's chart, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm really hoping that it's a positive one and not like a setback.
Yeah, let's see here. Okay, so it looks like this is the 1st of June, and we were at 64,836. And right now we are at 61,6. So I mean, it's definitely possible with the way things have been looking the past day or so, right? So we just need a little bit more conviction, I think. This let's look at here this 2-week chart. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible, because like the first is what it's in, like I think maybe 6 days or 7
Yeah.
days. Is there? Yeah, 6 days. So it'd be half of kind of like the forecast of what the 12-hour would show. So if we get go away about halfway up in the stochastic RSI on this chart, we could kind of be heading towards that. I think it's still a little bit, it's challenge, right? Because
Yeah.
we just had this bloody situation, a couple days ago, and it didn't just start a couple days ago, but it felt really impactful a couple days ago or yesterday, whenever it really happened. And then, but we've been doing this since June 7th, right? So it's definitely possible. I would say there's a decent chance for it to happen. At least get kind of close to where we were. We might still end in red, but there's more of a chance than I thought. I would say like 2 days ago.
All right. Let's jump into our favorite part of the show here. Roll call. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's paying attention on this nice green Bitcoin day. Let's see who is here. We got in that number 1 spot. We have AOD Art, Tim Baker himself. We appreciate you, my friend, one of our mods. Appreciate you being here every single day, Tim. You win today, my friend. Followed by Chief Axel in that number 2 spot. Always here. Followed by Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Poo. He loves me and I love you. Cheap, love it. Let's effing go. Then we have another one of our mods, Yasher, man. We appreciate everything you do for the show, man. If you guys don't know, Yasher is throwing stuff. We have a Telegram group. He's throwing stuff in there for us every single day that really helps us out. And we just wanted to show our respect to him for sure. Thank you so much. Followed by the Green Man. Kai Effect is in the building. And then we have, all right, I'm going to say it for the first time. I'm going to say it right. We have Rez E-Ack in the building. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Kai Effect is here. Danny Boy. Another one of our mods, man. We appreciate you, Danny. He said fire sales, followed by Glass Hoppers in the building. Joko is here. Appreciate you, Joko. Ordinal Chips is here. I love chips. Let's go. I Walk Alone. Appreciate you here. He says, GM, Ordinal Revolution fam. It's a beautiful day to smash that like button. Appreciate you, my friend. Let's see who's out. We got my friend No in the building. Appreciate you, No. KDN is here. I think I said Kai Effect, but I'll say you again. Lackey Lukey is here. Crypto Cats is here. Dr. Berg, welcome to the show, Dr. Berg. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for showing up today. Crypto Cats is here. Mr. Sheedy, man, welcome back to the show. So what's up, Revolution Gang? What's up, Mr. Sheedy? Let's see. PDX is here. Jesus is here. Is Jesus right? Forgini?
Yep.
Let's see, Mr. Planet Prophet. Been a while, Planet Prophet. Welcome back, man. Can't be leaving us for that long, man. He says stacks. Well, we have some stack stuff to talk about for sure. Tim Madden is here. LSR is here. Patrick Nand is here. Welcome to the show, Patrick. I think it's your first time here as well. First time me seeing you anyway. Itatoshi is here. Appreciate you, my friend. Let's see. Chain Watcher is here. Yeah, let's go, Chain Watcher. USX Quantum is in the building. Patty Poo is here. The Bitcoin machine himself is Yagobi. I've been wearing my Ordinal Revolution trucker hat, my new favorite hat by far. We appreciate you.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Sixes is here, followed by Padu. He's like, guys, can we bring the founder of NatCat on the show? Yeah, we would love to have him on. Send him our way for sure. we're in talks with a couple of DMT projects to come on the show, so we're definitely going to be showcasing them. We think the tap ecosystem is about to explode, and we definitely want to get on top of that for sure. All right. I think I got everyone here, and that is your roll call for today.
Yep. Showing up
All right, guys,
every day, guys. We appreciate
every
that.
day.
Being consistent.
We're about halfway through the Ordinal Hour. For you guys that don't know, the first hour of the show is news-based. We kind of get in the charts and stuff like that. We're about to jump into all the Ordinal news right now, but the second part of the show is all about you guys. So put your questions in the comments. Yesterday, we barely had any questions. So, guys, get us with some questions. Hit us with some talking points. Let's get into that. The second half of the show we call the Ordinal After Hour. All about you guys. We just go over anything you put in there, we will take a look at. So do that now before we get into that. But jumping into topics here. So this is huge news. Track, huge announcement. It's a tweet from them. We'd like to officially welcome a new Rockstar developer to our Track Systems of Innovation team. And I saw this. So Track announced the addition of a new developer in the Track ecosystem, Track System Innovation team. This developer, who previously worked with the Ethereum Foundation, brings experience into creating EVM programming languages and Bitcoin implications in the IoT hardware. They will work across Tap, Pipe, Track Core, contributing to Track's goal of becoming a standalone crypto network. Track attributes this high caliber talent acquisition to the achievements of their existing team, whom they've also thanked for their continued excellence in the Bitcoin development. The innovation team is expected to expand further as Track pioneers new development onto Bitcoin. So what do you get from all this?
I think it's huge because of his past experience. I don't know if you read on that, but the guy has experience from the Ethereum Foundation. So I'd love to get his name just so we can look further into it. But hey, if he has that experience of kind of building out like the Ethereum chain, infrastructure ecosystem and stuff, updating the chain and all that stuff, I think it's gonna be huge for Track. So that's a big headline, and I think that it just makes me more bullish on that entire project and ecosystem.
100%, man. I'm very bullish on the Tap. I mean, that's the thing, right? So this money is going to good places. They raised a lot of money last month with the coin list. With the what is it? IDO
listing.
Yeah, it's an IDO. Is it an IDO or ICO? ICO. Initial coin offering, right? Because it's not a DEX. So I think that's pretty big to get that. So shout out the Track. They're using the money properly. They're hiring the devs. I'm really bullish the next couple of months for Track and this Tap ecosystem for sure.
Yeah, and we actually got a little sneak peek of the marketplace. We didn't get much of a sneak peek, but it was a big teaser. I think it was for everybody actually, but
yeah, it was.
We're super bullish on that. Just kind of putting 2 and 2 together on who's most likely like 98% sure who's behind the marketplace that's going to come out at the end of this month. Guys, get ready because I think there's going to be a lot of volume for the Tap ecosystem. That's all I'll say.
I agree. Speaking of the Tap ecosystem, this is huge. The Ghosty Tap protocol token is #1 on Ordinal's wallet. And you can say what you want about Ordinal's wallet. They are definitely a secondary exchange. They're not, they're not Magic Eden. We're gonna get into Magic Eden later, but Magic Eden is killing it. But this is pretty big this is really one of the 2 places you can buy this. And it is showing real strength here. 39 cents. This, if you were smart enough to buy this on the BRC20 side when it was over there at 19 and 18 and 16 cents, you were up 100% on those buys. How big do you think this is? I know Ordinal Wallet isn't the best exchange, doesn't have the most value. I mean, you can see Dog is a shell of itself here than it is on Magic Eden. But how big is this to be #1 here?
I think it's pretty big. Let's not let's give Ordinal's wallet, its flowers as well, because they were one of the first exchanges. Randy, one of the co-founders of Ordinal's wallet, came out and said, "Hey, look, guys, like I know a lot of people say we're not the best exchange and all this stuff, but they're doing quite fine with how much volume they pumped out, like from when they first launched in the beginning of the ecosystem up to today, right? So, but you know, from an aesthetics perspective and stuff, it isn't the best, right? You don't
Yeah.
love how it looks and how necessarily the layout is, but yeah. So really, really big for Ghosty. Ghosty is one of those undervalued projects. All they do is continually build and put out information on their updates. That's exactly what you
Yeah.
want from a
Yeah.
project that you're going to be, you know, a part of, right? So you know, they have been maintaining that 40-cent floor even through this really difficult period with Bitcoin just getting, you know, pummeled and stuff. So I'm excited to see how well they do on that new marketplace, because I think like we see like 10x to the volumes of that we see on Ordinals Wallet once that new marketplace is released, possibly more in terms of volume.
Yeah.
So definitely excited about what they have and what they've been doing.
Yep. 100%, dude. Couldn't agree more.
You talk a
Moving
lot
on
about.
here.
Well, I want to
Yeah.
ask you a question. You talk a lot about
Yeah.
Ghosty. So, like, where would you put Ghosty in terms of like your speculative plays right now? If you were
I
to
would
put
put
like have a top 3, where would it fit?
so so obviously you can't do meme coins and utility, right? So Ghosty is my number 1 utility play. On top of that, I think Ghosty and Merle would probably be my top 2 utility plays right now, because they're both building L2s. L2s are going to be really strong, and you know we heard some backroom rumors that it could be on a very popular chain, and an L2 for that chain, as well as not only Bitcoin. So that could be huge. You know how, because you know they took the EVM. Merlin kind of has the EVM side, and they might be doing something similar with ICP and another chain. So dude, I'm so bull. I want the spooky token, and holding Ghosty will get you the airdrop for the spooky token. That potentially could be massive, massive. It's basically equivalent to putting your in the seal, right? So
Yeah,
that's number 1 to me, dude. I think not holding Ghosty is a crime.
yeah. When you say seal, you mean like if Ghosty creates a seal, or?
No. I'm saying it's equivalent. Holding Ghosty is equivalent to
Oh, okay,
putting
got you.
Bitcoin in a seal. It's equivalent to potentially getting, I don't know, if it's anywhere near what Merle's airdrop was, 20%. And let's just say the East doesn't get into this, because Ghosty's been very European and West centric, right? So I think that you could have more opportunity, even if it's 10%. You'll probably get more of that share because it's so small. I mean, it's like $11 million market cap right now, right? So
Yeah, yeah. The upside is ridiculous with it. And so, yeah, cool. All right. You know, sounds about right that you would have it at
yeah.
your number 1 spot there. A lot of plans coming
I
and
mean,
stuff.
it's
So,
probably my biggest holding, not on purpose. Like it doubled over the last month or so from where I was buying it, but it's became like my largest holding. I
yeah.
think. Yeah, it's my largest holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, from a
All right,
DCA
moving on.
perspective too. So,
Yeah, I mean, I was buying at 16 cents, right? So a month ago, and now it's at 39. So it's pretty big. Ord.io, breaking rune number 3. So this is as of yesterday. I don't know if this is still true, but breaking rune number 3, dog, is now worth more than all the other runes combined. And do you think this is because dog just holds up well when everything is going down, or do you think that dog is just that massive that it can be bigger than every other rune combined, be the Bitcoin that Bitcoin is to the crypto side, being that of the runes?
yeah, I think there's a lot of parties that are looking at dog as we can't let this fail, right?
Yeah,
And so because if dog fails, then I feel like a lot of the runes ecosystem just loses a lot of like wind, right, out of
yeah,
its, you know, underneath its wings. And so you know, dog has to succeed in a sense for runes, right? And so I think
yeah,
because of that, like there are powers to be that make sure that it's constantly talked about, it's constantly like in, you know, the news for Bitcoin, for
yep,
runes and stuff like that. And you know, like I saw Leonidas earlier hold spaces with KuCoin, like can
yeah,
join spaces, right? Like co-hosted with them. So that's a big deal, you know, to have a centralized exchange as big as KuCoin to say, hey, like
yep,
we want to do spaces for it. So those type of things, like the resources that the people that are behind it have, and the support that those people have from other people, right? That's what's keeping it this big, and it will remain this big. So we talked a little bit about this yesterday, I believe, but it will be the SHIB of, you know, the runes and probably fungible ecosystem over here.
100%. And with the OMB guys like crying and throwing shade at Leonidas because they all pumped Arsic and Arsic's been down only, especially now that Bit God's a part of it. And they're coming out and they're throwing shade at Leonidas yesterday. I saw a couple posts about him. It's just funny. It just shows who's winning and who's losing. Those guys, OMB guys, just pump and dump. Like they did with Silly Cat. They pumped it up and then just dumped it on everybody. And it's very coordinated cabal. And you can just see who's in the cabal there and the people that are hating on Leonidas right now. It's just pretty funny that he just keeps winning and Dog just keeps winning. So
you're not going to be able to tear it down. It's too big. It's too much. There's too much behind it. There's too much support. The foundation is too strong. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And but yeah, I saw what you were talking about with that. I just think that like it's going to fade off because they're going to realize that there's no angle they can really take to chop the legs off of it.
I mean, you saw Francis offer a full Bitcoin to anyone with any information, and nobody came forward. And I'm sure there was people hunting for that. Leonidas he's coming out clean. So
yeah, and more than that, it's starting to Dog is starting to take like a path of its own, right? Like I talk about that a lot, like whether it's meta protocol carving out its own path, and once there's that like journey that started kind of by itself, like where you can kind of take some hands off of it. It's really hard to stop that. You see it with Ordi, you see it with Sats, 100%. You see it with some of these BRC20s. Let's not get it twisted. There's been a lot of runes people, including yourself, that probably wanted BRC20s to go away completely, and they just didn't. Right. And so and that's where I feel like Dog is heading. It's heading to a point to where there's no matter how bad you fud this person or this person that was associated with it, it will have its own journey, and you can't really mess with that.
100%. And I was wrong. I just remembered Dog is actually my biggest holding. Not Ghost. Ghost is my second biggest holding, because now I just remembered. I was like, oh crap, wait, I have 70,000 dog, or 70 million dog, 7 million dogs. So yeah, I have a lot of dog. So just for you guys to know where I'm coming from, I'm very bullish on Dog, and I want to be very transparent of what I'm holding. I'm holding a lot of Dog and I hold a lot of Ghosty. And the reason we talk about them is because that's what's in the news.
They're in the news,
right now. So we got some exchange here. So Magic Eden is taking over the Bitcoin ecosystem. 69% of all Bitcoin volume is Magic Eden. Absolutely insane. I got this from Charlie Spears. I was watching his he has Blockchain Media. I think that's where he has his videos now. I was watching his video yesterday and he brought up the charts, and Magic Eden, 69% of everything that's being bought on Bitcoin is coming from Magic Eden.
Yeah, that's wild. It's crazy. Yeah, very crazy. But they had a really good game plan ever since, I feel like, building up to runes, right?
Yeah.
And so once they started to execute a lot of these things, and they've always been a power in our space, but like after runes, they really started to take control. And now they're really looking at like pain points and trying to solve them. For example, with this whole sniping protection situation, right? That's really big. They're trying to do the swap as well for some runes and stuff. They're the first one to make it splitting the runes really simple directly from there. So I'm not surprised, because they've had this like conscious effort to say to really be like, hey, we're here, we're gonna dominate, and so that's what they're doing. 69% is a ton. Of the pie.
I mean, it's insane. I mean, they must be just racking it in, and they have this diamond program, and many people are expecting it to be some type of airdrop that happens. It would be amazing. I mean, they're making Magic easily making the most money from the Bitcoin ecosystem. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a room of some kind. It might also be an ERC20 as well, because now we're seeing more of that cross chain stuff. So if Magic Eden is a cross chain rune that is also an EVM token, that is also a Solana token, Magic Eden could be a top 5 token. And if you are trading here in Magic Eden, which we do every day, I mean, that's my main place, this airdrop could be very big. It could be the biggest airdrop ever.
Yeah, 100%. It really could. They have basically the setup, right, in terms of and they have the audiences.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Like they have Solana audience, which is huge. Like comparing Solana now to Solana last year or last cycle, it's like night and day, right? So they just have the perfect setup for it's like
You
like
really
an
do.
easy, alley oop, right? It's just kind of just throwing it up there. Now all they got to do is catch it and dunk it, right? And for the people that have been paying attention, I feel like the people that pay the most attention to Magic Eden is our ecosystem. Yeah,
Yep.
Solana, there's a lot of people, but Solana NFTs aren't necessarily like popping off as
No.
much. It's more of the meme coins, right? So the people that should benefit the most of a Magic Eden airdrop is us, right? So just
Yeah.
guys, just make sure that you have your antennas on and your updates and stuff on, and of course we're going to update you as soon as we hear anything. But once that airdrop is announced, I think there's going to be a lot of excited people.
100%. Speaking of Magic Eden, so you mentioned that already, but Magic Eden introduces mempool protection, securing your purchases. And I have a little article here that I'll read real quickly. It says mempool protection is a new tool on Magic Eden that helps keep your transactions safe from being replaced by others who pay higher fees. It's called sniping. If someone tries to replace your transaction, mempool protection automatically sends new transaction with higher fees to make sure yours goes through first. You can turn this feature on and set a maximum fee on this item details page. That's another page that I'm not going to get into, but when you buy something, you'll sign 3 transactions, one at the normal fee, one at a higher fee, and one at the highest fee, giving you better protection against your sniping. So this is pretty big. It's a little different. After reading, getting into it a little bit, it's a little different than I thought. So basically what it's going to do is when you do a transaction, you're going to be able to get this protection, and then you can put a higher fee, a medium fee, and a low fee. So let's just say you're willing to go to 70 sats, but like you don't want to pay 70 sats if you don't have to. You can put that as your highest. And then let's just say, you're okay with doing 50 sats for this transaction. You put 50 in the middle, but you want to start it at 30 because you think the mempool's at 27 right now. I don't want to go too much higher. So potentially you get in at 30. And if someone snipes you, can get in at 50. And if someone snipes you even higher, you get at 70. But if they go 75, your item is also taken.
Yeah, I think this is like the stuff that I was talking about. They're looking for pain points and solutions, and they keep doing this, then they will be that top a top 5 coin eventually. We're talking about it like they've announced it. They haven't announced that they're going to have a token, but I just I assume that heading into the bull market, right? This type of bull market that can be very lucrative. I would imagine that they would, and they have the diamonds, and someone was actually like gamifying the diamonds, and so they had to tweak something. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. It's news to me.
Yeah. So someone was gamifying the diamonds, just like being able to like really hyper collect like more and more by, I guess, just buying and selling, and so we gotta look into that and see if they're changing that whole system up. But I don't think so, because I still see like when I purchase stuff, I'm getting diamonds. So maybe they've set it up to where that gamified kind of cheating aspect is eliminated.
100%. All right, moving on here. So this is something I talked about in the beginning of the show. Donald Trump Rune now has a website. I'm gonna show it here. It's actually pretty cool that this was Rune number 252. So it's 294. Sorry. So it's pretty big. The first Trump meme coin on Bitcoin. They're growing. I think this might be the play up until November 7th. I think that holding this is probably one of, if not the top coins you should be holding going forward. And I just think that it's going to blow up. And you've seen the ones on Solana get to $200 million market cap, $1 billion market cap in some cases. So this is definitely one I think you should be looking at for at least until November 7th. Maybe sell it a little bit before that as a trade. But June 27th is a debate. I mean, we're 2 days away from this debate with President Trump and Biden.
Yeah, I mean, this actually could be one of those that like just could forever be like solid, because like the entire crypto space loves Trump right now, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin specifically, Bitcoin specifically too. Like he's mentioned Bitcoin multiple times. He might speak at the Bitcoin conference, and if there was one, it is this one, the Donald Trump. And man, like
294.
Yeah, and it's only at $7.7 million market cap. So for me, that's something that I'm looking at myself to continually pick up, and I might hold it after up to the election. Yeah, I think that's smart,
Yeah.
but not financial advice, guys, obviously. But hey, the thing about this is that I feel like it's different than like Dolan Trump and stuff. Dolan Trump will
Yeah.
probably pump just because it's like a funny version of this, but like this has been solid and it's held its floor pretty well,
Yeah.
even with the pullback. So
And if you are a member, we did a road to 100K challenge, and Donald Trump is one of the tokens that are in that 100K challenge that we're trying, taking 5K to 100K. So if you are a member, make sure you go check out that video. If you're not a member, if you want to check it out, just become a member, and that video will open up for you. We are going to make a second video today. We might add some more of this. We'll let you guys know, but we're going to make a second video soon, and we're going to add probably another $500 to it. So far, we put 2,000 in. We're going to our max is 5K, so we're going to take it easy so we can DCA all the way in to get this to 100K.
100%. It's going to be very, very fun, guys, and it's the perfect time to start it. That's why we did it.
100% here. Yep. Genie Data announcing the launch of Genie Club. Join the forefront of the Bitcoin enthusiast club, where the strongest alpha captures features. So this is actually really cool. It's something new that they have. Shout out Genie Data, man. These guys do nothing but build. So if you have a feeling good, you have access to a lot of this stuff. The feeling goods are like $300 right now, so that's a steal. But if you hold a Genie Pass, I'm not sure how much the Genie Passes are these days. I know they were going for like 5K at one point, and they got some diamond holders there, but you get everything. This is big. How big do you think this is for these guys? And is this enough to, like, I know you can get a lot of stuff for free. Is this enough stuff that is worth holding these passes or these?
I mean, I need to get into those features there, but volume profile. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, there's a lot of stuff here, right? Like there's an order book, there's everything that I guess you won't have access unless you have these. So I think so. I mean, that's pretty solid, right? From what I remember, there was only one part of the dashboard that I couldn't see. But now it looks like they're updating this, and they updated their platform, right? So
yeah, the passes are what's that, 0.05? So they're pretty expensive. They're still like, what's that, 3K? A little over 3K here. So
yeah, 3.4K.
I mean,
so 3,400.
Wow, really well.
Yeah, they have for sure. They
what
have
are
for sure, man.
Goods?
I think they are around like 260, 300. Maybe
they're definitely up. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're around. Yeah, they're around
300.
280.
Is it 0.0049?
489. Yeah. Say 49 basically.
So 302.
Yeah,
but they're a lot cheaper, so that might be the way to go for now, at least.
100%. All right, jumping over here, DotSwap, man, they just keep putting out news. Their partnership with the bank team last week, this week, DotSwap is now on Xverse app. So you go to the Xverse app. They have a lot of applications. Fluid is one of them, and there's many other ones. Liquidium's on there. There's so many more. Now DotSwap has a mobile version that you can check out through the Xverse app, which is pretty big. And I think DotSwap is going to be a leader. Obviously, we think Fluid is probably going to be the leader in the DEX area because of the whole lending and borrow aspect, and it's not coming from the actual team, but it's coming from users. So, but adding them two together. But this is still big. Still big for DotSwap for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely getting thrown into more of these news like highlights, right? Xverse, and then before that, they created the liquidity pool for NUSD, and they've been working hard this entire time, and they were like not getting noticed at all for a long time. But they're what they're trying to do is definitely difficult in terms of being able to make their transactions quick, right? I think that's the part. Like, it's quick for you to create things, but when it comes to like breaking the LPs and stuff, I think they're going to get better at that. But that comes with time.
100%. Yep. Okay, jumping in here. We're gonna get into the proto runes first. So this is different. Like so this where we're at in this cycle is very narrative driven. I think this has been the talk only because there's no other narratives to really talk about. I don't think this is really as big as most people are talking about. I feel like this is going to be very hard to do, and we'll see how programmable runes do in a mempool environment. But this is something from what's it, Isabel, Fox, and Duke, and I can actually show my screen here again. She says the Programmable Runes team has been aware of a number of scams falsely claiming to be the team in question. For the sake of consumer protection, the team has decided to dox the creator, Judo Flexchop. Going forward, all announcements related to sub-protocol will come exclusively from their account. By the way, this protocol has been named Proto Runes by its creator. So the team has decided to dox the creator. What do you think about this? Is this a big deal, or is this like just narrative driven? And like, it's still, I mean, it seems like it's months and months away from actual, being out there. It might even miss the bull run.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be guessing,
Yeah.
right? If I could see what's underneath the hood, obviously we'd be able to tell more. But the one thing I will say is that she talks about like how BRC20s have been working on this. That I do believe is like, they said, I think she also said that the BRC20 version of programmability should be ready by, December, early January, around that time frame, which is amazing. And then you have people like, Block that comes out. He's obviously a big BRC20 guy. He's a big Unisite guy, and in that environment. And he said that Opcat is supposedly going to be added to this programmability environment with BRC20.
Yeah.
So if there's a way to do it and kind of use the blueprints of these other teams and fast track it, obviously it's a completely different type of fungible token. There's the accounting model with the BRC20s and TAP, and then you have the UTXO model with runes. And so they would have to do something different from that aspect of how to work with these fungible tokens. But hey, if you can do it on BRC20s, if you can figure out how to do it with runes, I think it's going to be, good for the space. Because the one thing that people don't want right now, I could say, at least from the feelings I've gotten from people that are a lot smarter than me, is they don't want like smart contracts and stuff like just flowing on Bitcoin right now. So if they can do this programmability and use these type of functionalities from the meta protocol level only, and then just use Bitcoin as a verification layer, that would be the most ideal situation.
Yep, 100%. I agree 100% with that, dude. Cryptocurrencies is now a new member. Appreciate you, Cryptocurrencies. You are now access to the 100K challenge. Come on the journey with us. Definitely watch that video. We put it out this weekend. Second video should be out this week for sure.
Yep.
Let's see here. Okay. Gotta get in this Alex Lab stuff. So let me just read this little article that I found. It really sums it up. It says Alex, the finance layer on Bitcoin, has updated everyone on a recent hack that led to stolen funds. With the help from a blockchain expert, Zach XBT, they found evidence linking the hack to Lazarus Group, the hackers gang tied to North Korea. They traced the stolen money to specific blockchain addresses. Alex is now working with the global law enforcement and cybersecurity experts to recover the lost money and improve security. They promise to keep the community informed with regular updates. Many stolen assets are currently frozen at exchanges and will be returned to users once the police finish their investigation. We could have completely trashed Alex for this, but we kind of gave him the slide here. If it was North Korea who did this, and it's not what we suspected it was insider information being leaked. They're saying I think it was you who told me that it was somebody from the team clicked a couple emails and they got access to the computer that was being used. Do you think this is a big deal, or do you think this is going to be something that we just don't even remember in the future?
So it's already a big deal because of how much it's affected the Stacks price. At least from some people that have posted about this in the Twitter timeline from the Eastern community, the Chinese community. I 100% think that Alex got like a pass on this, and we gave them benefit of the doubt in terms of how long they've been here and what they've done for the Bitcoin ecosystem, to where we didn't go in on them on this. But at the end of the day, it was a human error, right? Because it was a phishing link that led to it. whether it was North Korea or not. It's still human error there. With that being said, I remember just a lot of like shade being thrown at Merlin and stuff like that, from certain people. And we won't get into that because we don't need to. But I just brought that up because, like, I think that we need to take a step back and say, okay, look, like, we're all here to make this entire ecosystem better and stronger. So let's use this situation with Alex as a learning, example, right? To make, the stack security and third parties that manage like multi-sigs and stuff like that be even more, just, I guess, like, have a concentrated effort to be more secure in the future. And that's what I'll say about that.
100%. Yeah. Alex Labs is, they're a young protocol. No matter what, Stacks is kind of the old beast that's been around for a while, but protocols are now building there, and Alex Labs is the biggest one there. And for this hack to happen, it sucks, but it's not the end of anything. It's the very beginning. And you've seen chains like Ronin, who had one of the biggest hacks ever. Now they're one of the biggest gaming chains ever, right? So you did see hacks before, and organizations or chains or DeFi protocols like Alex, they come back from this. And I think Alex is going to take this as a learning experience, learning opportunity, and they're really going to push forward with this. And we're not the biggest on Stacks, but we need everything in Bitcoin to succeed for this ecosystem to succeed. We can't have any failures, and Stacks needs to be one of the top chains. Alex needs to be one of the top DeFi platforms over there, and that's just what we need to succeed. And this window of opportunity is like 12 to 18 months in a bull market. And I would love to see Alex be top 5 of all DeFi applications at the end of this, right? Because that means Bitcoin won.
Yeah, and Alex, like, unintentionally may have done a favor for a lot of people that were bullish on Stacks, because they were able to get Stacks a lot cheaper. And there's people like our guy Francis that's like, I'm going all in on Stacks, or I'm buying a ton of Stacks right now, which Stacks has been that leverage play for a long time with Bitcoin, right? And so at the end of the day, I think people can get into a better situation with their positioning with Stacks with this, and Alex and the whole ecosystem just use it as like a learning experience, and we all move forward together is 100%. The plan.
I agree here. I know we're in the after hour, but if you don't mind, I'm going to jump to just Magic Eden really quickly, because the rooms are exploding. They're kind of like going nuts here. So I just wanted to show this real quick, because we are, Ordinal show, but the rooms are exploding here. And you have Sleepy Stone Cat up 230%. Silly Cat, who we thought was dead after the OMB guys destroyed it, up 148%. $1 billion cat up 65%. This could be one we add to the portfolio, guys. I'm really thinking about it. I don't want to buy up 65% though, but this is definitely one that is not going away. What's your opinion on these cats here, being 1, 2, and 3?
I mean, there's like a cat versus dog war happening right now, right? But there's only one dog, and there's like, well, I mean, there's other dog memes, but not really in the top 5. There's like a lot of pressure coming from the cats. I think $1 billion cat is the winner out of the cats, in my opinion. And so that was one I was eyeing the other day as well. And it got down to 32 million. It's already back to 58, right? So that's really, really solid there. So that's how I feel about. I think $1 billion cat will be the cat meme. Dog will be the dog meme.
Do you think any of these stand the test of time?
No, I don't.
Okay. Good answer there. Now, for the spot, we have Dope Grandma coin up 61%. Rest in peace, Harambe. It came out of nowhere. It's back up 50%. Senko the hamster up 47%. Lobo up 40%. That's pretty big. Then we have look at Joe Biden leading Donald Trump, man. Joe Biden up 33.3%, and then we have Trump up 31.72%. Biden's market cap is tiny though. It's $127,000, while Trump's market cap is 7. So Trump is up, 3 million, 2 million, and Biden's up like 23,000. So, but still, it's funny to see them neck and neck here, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah. I don't think that lasts. I think that the Biden one falls off, but yeah.
Who's buying Joe Biden right now? Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know.
Trump's not guilty, doing good. A lot of the Trump coins are doing really good here. GameStop's up
What
20% today.
you're doing the daily right now?
This is
You're
I'm
doing
on the
one.
daily, yeah.
Okay.
One day from yesterday. I just want to see the difference from the fire sale we had yesterday to what's going on today. Arctic Rune, this one, we're learning that BitGod is part of this team somehow. So this one I was very bullish on. Now I'm getting very bearish on this one. I can see this one getting under 100 million now. And I hate to say that, but that's just truly how I feel. Do you feel like Arctic has an opportunity anymore, or do you think it's dead?
I mean, it's speculation, right? Yes, even though someone posted that they have a good feeling that he's a part of the team, he hasn't come out and said that he's a part of the team, even though he did post that thing with the 8 ball, but that could be to throw people off. At the end of the day, it's not one that I'm eyeing. Just that I haven't been involved with this token very much, and so I just feel like it hasn't really had that pop. But they did get listed on OKX though. That's a big deal.
That is a huge deal.
Yeah, OXBT never got listed on any exchanges, right? So I just want to make it clear that a lot of the stuff that whenever we talk about who's a part of what and stuff like that is speculation. They're not actual facts, right? Where they come out and say it, but you got to do your research based off of that, right? So you can go down the rabbit hole based off of our speculation and further research.
My opinion is I'm convinced that he's a part of the team. So in some way, but we were pretty sure he was part of the No Monkey team too, but that never came out, right? So I know monkeys were the top.
I think it's going to be just like this. I think it's going to be just like not the success part, but in terms of information coming out. He's not going to come out and say he's a part of this team. It's just it would not be smart. So with that being said, I also wouldn't be surprised if they rolled something out that's crazy, and you're like, oh crap, so don't just listen to us in that aspect. Don't take it as gospel because I said, it is speculation, so Arctic could roll out some amazing product next week. So, keep doing your research. This is stuff that we're hearing, and then you do your research off of that.
I mean, it's hard to find. I mean, we're in a space that's so tiny. It's hard to find real information. So the stuff we're getting 90% of the time is speculation, or most of the time it's 100%. 100% of the time it's just our opinion, right? So, it is what it is. And this could go to 100 sats tomorrow if they show some product that they're building, right? So
exactly,
it's just one of those things where, but I am personally bearish on it right now. That's just my personal feel for it. But this is the top right here. We do have Fehu up 14%, Dog Go to the Moon up 18%. Bank came out of nowhere. So Bank depegged yesterday. It got down to 91 cents. It got down to 84 cents from my perspective of seeing it on Uniset. It did get bought up. Jack Lew did come out and say, if you're buying it, at 90 cents, you're getting free money because it's all redeemable 1-to-1. So what do you think about Bank? Why do you think people sold off so poorly on the NUSD?
What do you mean? Why it dropped?
Why would people sell it at 90 cents?
Because they just wanted liquidity. They just wanted, capital. And I mean, it was a pretty smart move for those people to pick it up because, I mean, come on, you got to think about this, right? So new project, BAMP, that can be the reward token for a stable token. That's going to be a support stable token for Bitcoin DeFi. It's already been, announced in other ecosystems. We talked about this yesterday, but this, Merlin chain, Dot Swap, they announced today they're working with B Squared. So why would the team not fix any issue? And they're going to experience this bull run. They know it's a couple months away. How dumb would that be if they just let their project fall apart right now?
Well, they're not going to. I think the difference is the reason why it dips. You can't buy things in NUSD, right? You can only go from NUSD to Bitcoin and then into your next thing. Eventually, I think down the line, you're going to be able to, right now, if on Ethereum, if I want to buy something in UST, I can buy anything I want in USD. I don't need to go to Bitcoin, right? So it does it. I think in the back end, it goes from UST to Ethereum to something. So once somebody can figure out a mechanism to where you can use NUSD to buy, let's just say Dog is listed in Bitcoin and USDT or NUSD pair, that would be huge. But until then, you're going to see things like this over here on Bitcoin because people want to buy something right now and you can't buy it with the Nakamoto dollar. You need Bitcoin. So I think that is why it sold off. Man, it was a buying opportunity. People just want to get out the NUSD that they're holding to get the reward because it's kind of like staking, just holding in your wallet because you're earning, up to 700% APY holding NUSD. So I just think people were, holding it for the reward, but then saw opportunities and they want to get out to get in those opportunities until something comes along where you can buy it with the dollar.
Yeah. I just think it's, the people behind it have the resources to make sure that it doesn't fall apart and at least get to the bull market. And, why would you not? That's my thing. So like, if you've been in crypto long enough, then you know that like narrative and cycle timing is the most important thing. Right. So, you got to think about that. That's one thing that I've been thinking a lot about is like, okay, which tokens am I bullish on? What tokens am I just bullish on for the cycle peak? And then what am I going to hold over to the next cycle? Right. Because that's going to be minimal, very minimal. Just because our market in general is like very highly speculative. Right. That's what it is. So it's like those tech stocks from the 2020 period or 2021, I can't remember when tech stocks blew up, but like Kathy Wood's entire portfolio, that thing blew up by like thousands of percents within like 3 to 6 months. But then it like crashed thousands of percents the following 3 to 6 months. So, in my opinion, that's a strong perspective to have up until there's the point to where these companies become bigger for societal use and stuff like that. Over
100%. Here. Yep. All right, guys. I know we're a little late going into the Ordinal After Hour. We appreciate you guys, but that was something I definitely want to touch on to end this show here. But let's kind of get in some questions if you don't mind taking that on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get in some comments and questions. Not a ton of questions, but there's some here for sure. We got 195 people in here, so thanks for hanging out with us for an hour and 11 minutes. So let's go ahead and get in here. Kai Effect says Bitcoin is so much more efficient than gold. It's possible people might own Bitcoin without even knowing it. So yeah, I definitely think it's way more efficient than gold for sure.
Yeah.
Owning it without knowing it, that part, I'm not sure how that could play out because you have to have a wallet or some sort to
if you own
retrieve
the ETF, if you own the ETF and you have like, I don't know, some type of plan that has Bitcoin in it,
Yeah. I mean, you could do that with gold ETF too, but like it's probably going to be, they're probably going to look at the increased percentage for Bitcoin's ETF at a lot higher. So good point there.
People might have gold and not even know it. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then USX says gold has its place, but it's not going to give returns like Bitcoin. 100%. Bitcoin soon will be programmable with Opcat. You can't program gold. That is 100% true statement there. I do want to show this though, just to show that it has been really up since it was offered to the public in '94. You could see it peaked here, but then it's continually gone up in a slow rate. So would I put Bitcoin over gold 10 out of 10 times? 100%. Yeah, in terms of like gold being an asset of value, it is there. It is an asset of value. It's shown it. It's very, very slow growth recently compared to Bitcoin, especially. And Bitcoin is like getting into gold like decades and decades ago, right? And so we have the upside is just so much greater. So I agree with all those points there. That's gonna be interesting though. The tether backed gold backed stable coin. I wonder
that
what
is
that's
very
gonna be
interesting.
Like. Yeah. LSR says, do you think there's another leg down for Bitcoin before we finally move north? So that is what we're trying to find out now. And I think there's going to be like chop. So we'll see down and up, down and up. Will there be an aggressive pullback? So, if we got back to 58,000, that's almost a $4,000 drop from where we are now. We could easily see that happen, but will it? I would say the percentages, the more that we, continue this trend back up, this is the 4-hour chart. So this will tell us kind of how the middle to the second half of the week finishes. If we continue this trend up, less likely to see that big pull down unless it's really quick on one day and then we get right back up. So I think we need a couple more days of data to see. But if we continually trend up, if we get back to, if we end the month in green, I think that we won't see under 60,000 again for a while, if at all. So
that makes me happy. I don't like 60,000. I don't like 59,000. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yep. And you already answered Patu's question there. Yeah, sure. Says, I think the reason behind dog success and resilience over bleeding market is its community. People understand that Leo gave them huge profit for free, so they are loyal. I mean, that is a big point there.
Yeah.
You know, there is a appreciation factor that goes into this in terms of loyalty. You know, not everybody feels that way, but you know, there's a good part of people that probably do. You know, my thing with dog though is that like the narrative behind it's been propped up so strongly that it's inevitable that it's going to be like the Sheeb of runes, and it probably will have the highest market cap for runes. For you know, the highest market cap for ERC20s is Sheeb right now. Shiba.
Yeah.
It's at almost $11 billion, and it's the #1 market cap. So that's been for the past like what 3-4 years. So what is dog? Dog has that opportunity, and I think that it could definitely do that.
And the big thing with dog is there's no, you know, if something happened to Leonidas, it would probably drop. You know, if something happened to him where he was in a hospital or something, it would drop on that case. But there's no team behind it. There's no like false promises that can happen. You know, if RSIC doesn't put out something, it's not a meme coin, right? It needs to have something backing. It can only go so long with nothing. Dog can go forever with no innovations, nothing, and it could just be pumped by the community. And eventually, you might see more than just Leonidas, bigger figureheads coming out and taking some of the community aspects of leadership with dog. And you might see bigger. I mean, you already see Wendy O talking about it. You already see Dan from the I forget his show's name, but he's a big Cardano guy and he's pumping it. And he doesn't pump anything really that's not Cardano. So there's bigger figureheads that are coming out and trying to be leaders in the dog ecosystem for sure.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree with that.
And Shiba has like Shiba Swap. Who knows? One day you can see Dog Swap, right? Community led.
Well, remember, so like Shiba like had a lot of pressure from its community to start adding utility, and so the team started thinking of things. They created the bone token, remember, and all these things. So it just goes to show you like how early we are, guys. Like, I mean, if there's gonna be like consistency and persistence from like Leo and other people that work on dog, it could be huge. Shiba's a $10 billion token. And like, you know, why? It don't matter why it is. That's all it, you know what I'm saying? So next cycle, we could be saying the same thing about dog. Like people are gonna be like, why is dog at like $18 billion market cap? And people are like, because it is. Sheep did the same thing the cycle before. You know, so but yeah. It says go ahead.
Sheep held up in a bear market. You know, it went through a full bear market and it's still alive. So
100%. Ishitoshi says, haven't they dumped previous BRCs on people before? I may not be right on this, to be clear, just stuff I saw back. Okay, yeah. So I think he's
talking about the OMB boys, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like this RGBO? Is not, and we're not talking about like ZK or anything like that. We're just talking about some of the community members or whatever that pushed RBGO. I think that one was one that really hurt a lot of people in the Ordinal community, in the BRC20 community. Right. So that's the biggest one that like stands out to me. But yeah, that was one.
Yeah, and they pumped that hard. And then the next day they just stopped talking about it as they all dumped together. And that's the thing. You can say cabals, the OMB guys have the biggest cabal because it's coordinated buying and coordinated dumping. And that's the definition of a cabal.
Yeah. So speculation wise.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, you can say speculation, but I mean, I'm just going by what I see.
Yeah, I mean, if we pull up the wallets, then I think that's a fact, right? But we got to pull those up. All right. eSpirit44 says, if Ghosty wants to partner with you, would you partner with them? How would you see this partnership? Interesting question.
We would do a partnership with Spooky. Ghosty being Americans with their privacy factor is a little scary for us, but Spooky being an L2 that is just a different product from that team. I think that could be something that we do, but it's just a little scary with them, the privacy stuff, and just being Americans until Trump takes over, and kind of like privacy is a thing that we can do again here as Americans. We're not so afraid of being arrested for participating in software. So, but as of right now, Ghosty would be a tough one to bring on, but Spooky would be a great one in my opinion.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously we would have to dissect all the pros and cons and stuff like that. But they did change up their model though to comply.
Yeah.
So
okay, did they? Okay, well, yeah,
they did change up their model to comply. So I'm not sure if it just kind of you have to have a certain specific authority to be able to do something or whatever. But we'll look further into that. But,
I would love to partner with Spooky though. Spooky L2, 100%.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Cash Cat says, "Dog is now my most bullish crypto. I tell people not to marry their bags, but dang, I put a ring on that finger." Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that have, so not alone in that. Sixes says, "Magic Eden is the Amazon Prime of crypto."
I love this comment. I love his comment. Sixes. That's send it, bro. I love it.
Yep. Yeah, sure says if he becomes president with all the big news Trump brings to the table, will always be a hot ticker. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was thinking, actually. I was like, man, this could be one of those that gets crazy market cap too.
292. That's a big deal. That's not in the thousands. Like, that's pretty insane. That's block one.
Yep. Ichitoshi says, yeah, it's made Stacks bleed, but I still have mine. I like Stacks personally. Yeah. I mean, I think Stacks is going to be a solid pickup, if you can get it cheap.
If you own Stacks and you're not buying here, there's really no reason to hold it, because right now is a buying opportunity of all buying opportunities. I think it was cheapest since like early 2021, honestly. So
yeah. Cosmonaut says, bought puppets today. What do you think? What do you think about puppets? Let's see what price.
I think it's a great buy here at what's it, around $6,000, $7,000 maybe. I mean they were just at $30,000 not too long ago. This is if you're planning to hold this to next year, this is an amazing buy. If you're going to get scared out of this in a month, if it drops down to 0.07 or 0.09, then maybe it's not. So it really depends on your time horizon if this is a good buy or not. Long term, definitely.
Yeah. It looks like it's around 7,000 right now, but hey, they got the juice to make that thing pump even higher. So we've seen it with our own eyes. So yeah, I think it's solid. It was solid. Bobby Green says, I'm horribly bearish on ARSIC due to OMB, Node Monks, Puppet shielding. However, it could do extremely well depending on what they're building. Yeah, I agree. If they release some sort of type of product that changes the game. Then he says, thoughts and opinions on Fehu. What do you think about Fehu?
Trash.
I
mean, there's no reason to be bullish on them. Like, they own 99% of the supply. Owning this, it's, in my opinion, could be a mistake. If you own like a few, I think it's not a big deal. If it's a very small portion of your portfolio, but if you're going heavy on this, you might be making a mistake, because if they come out and say and one word, I guess you could say pre-sale, then this thing's going to $1. But if they come out and say we're burning the 99%, it's going to go $200. So
yeah, we'll see. I can't imagine someone wasted all that money and did all that stuff just to make it nothing. I think they're going to have a sneak attack surprise, but we'll see what happens. It could, I mean, it could just be something that benefits them, but I don't think they would. They're going to at least make it seem like it's a community thing in the beginning, because it would be stupid. No one else would mint it or purchase it like with a launch. So we'll see. Let's see. Superfan says it feels really weird when he misses roll call. Like his whole day is off. Reminds him of your mantra. Consistency is key. 100% consistency is key. That's one thing we preach. It's a slower day here. 216 people, but for us, it doesn't matter. We push through. We show up because we know that tomorrow there'll be 300 or 400 or 500, and even if there's 100 tomorrow, it doesn't matter. We'll still push through to the next day.
Doesn't matter.
And that's how we like to have our mindset.
Yeah, we used to worry about numbers in the beginning, and then we said, "Are we going to do the show tomorrow if 5 people show up today?" Probably, right? Most likely, 99% chance. So it's one of those things where it's like, consistency is the most important thing. And yeah, we understand when you guys can't make roll call. Though. Like we're not, if you're here twice a week, once a week at roll call, that's huge to us, man. That's appreciation. We love to get. So
100% on that. Mike M says, "How do we convert pre-tap ghosty to tap chain?"
I'm good. So you don't have to convert it. I really hope you haven't bought any recently, but if you go to let's just say you're holding for the snapshot, then all you got to do is head over to, it's called track.network, and then you just go to tracker, and it'll take you to the legacy site, and then you would just put your address in here. So put your Bitcoin address in here and hit go, and then it'll show you your stuff. Or you can head over to Ordinal's wallet. Let me just grab it over here, ordinalswallet.com. And if you were a part of that snapshot, you should be able to just kind of go here, click your wallet address, and then all your stuff should come up here. And you can kind of see, this is way wrong. It says I have $11,000 in Donald Trump. No, that's only like $2,000. I'm gonna sell it here on Ordinal's wallet, dude. That's insane.
How much is it?
But yeah, I have 311,000 Trump here. It's showing, but it's showing $11,000. But that is wrong. If it is, I'm selling it right now because I'm up 11x on that. So, but yeah, so you just come here, and if you go to view all, you should be able to find it. For me, I bought some Gib yesterday, in this wallet here. So you should be able to see your ghosty in here, and you can be able to list it here as well. Ordinal's wallet is really the only place to buy and sell it right now. You can't do it anywhere else. So that is out. And if you need any further assistance, you can reach out to us. I'm at Shizzy Sats on Twitter, and he's at Yagobi Verse on Twitter as well. The links for our Twitters are in the bio. So if you need any more help, you can reach out to us. We'll kindly help you.
Yep. Ichitoshi says, "So without taking into account your own holding, do you see dog as a SMTH?" I'm not sure what that means, but you will hold longer term than you are saying, like over cycle or not. Like, would you carry a dog over to the next cycle?
I don't plan on holding anything to the next cycle. What I experienced in the bull market, in the bear market, Bitcoin 100%. I would be 100% Bitcoin going into the bear market, and that's what I'm going to do. So I DCA'd in. I'm going to be DCAing out of dog as well. I have a couple price predictions where I think dog's going to hit, and if it hits those, amazing. But I'm not willing to go up to 18, let's just say $18 billion market cap, and then ride that thing back down to 3. That's just not what I'm interested in doing.
Yeah, for sure. If you remember, if you ever followed BitLord, at the end of not the end, like whenever she was, really high still market cap from when it started, he basically said he's going away, he's done, because he had made generational wealth with it. That's the goal here, guys, with these alt tokens. They're not really here for you to, I mean, one, some will become blue chips, which, okay, we get that, but like, for me, I'm going to make that blue chip decision, in the bear market. not like I'm going to sell it and then I'll buy back cheaper in the bear market. You know what I mean? Because we've been through the cycles before to where, you've been married to your bags and stuff like that. It just never works out well, So that's just my perception as well.
And the entire goal here of being in the Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem is just at the end of the cycle to have more Bitcoin than you had when you started, right? I think that's all we do here. That's my entire goal. Like when I buy dog, when I buy ghosty and stuff like that, it's really, I believe in their projects, and I think they're going to 10, 20, 100x. But the ultimate goal is to eventually sell them for more Bitcoin than you purchase them with, right? Because over here is amazing because we get to buy and sell everything in Bitcoin. So the entire goal, and really the mindset should be getting more Satoshis, 100x more Satoshis than you had going previously, and that's DCAing as well, from fiat to Bitcoin as well. So just having more Satoshis than you did last cycle, and you're a winner.
Yep. Yep. Six says, is OMB a good buy? Opinion on market cap high this cycle.
So I think OMB goes up against the dollar, but down against Bitcoin. I could see them sitting at like 0.2 to end the cycle, but that 0.2 being, 100 grand.
I disagree. I think that they go up in Bitcoin because of the last launch.
Yeah.
It would, to the public, they had to sell hundreds of OMB orange ice for 0.99 Bitcoin, and they eventually accomplished that somehow.
Yeah.
And they have a ton of Bitcoin. So for me, I think that they are going to end up being, probably one of the highest floors during peak cycle. But that doesn't mean it's all natural or like organic. I feel like a lot of it's going to come from, their earnings that they had. I think they are, to me, the Bored Apes of this cycle, because Bored Apes they had a huge treasury. They had a lot of bullets to be able to make things look amazing. And I think that's what OMB is going to be. So for me, if I was thinking about, should I get an OMB, I think the prices are going to continually go down a little bit more if Bitcoin doesn't jump up right away. And then, that's something that I could possibly look at as this cycle and get the heck out.
100%.
So the market cap high. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
He asked for a market cap high for this. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. I need to do some math on that.
Makai Effect, shout out to him. He says, congratulations on 20,000 subs. Glad to be a part of it. Yeah, Kai Effect, you were here from the beginning, man. I'm not sure if you might have been DeFi discussions back when we called DeFi discussions, man. We appreciate you, Kai. Well, I think Kai Effect was back there when we had just Danny and Rocket, right? Rocket's not been here for a while, but
yeah,
Rocket, we miss you, Rocket.
Yeah, he's been kind of, he's always had that like a little bit quieter personality. So maybe I know last time we said, where you been? He just popped out of nowhere. He's like, I've been here.
I remember that. Yeah. I'm here.
Nocturnal says, if BTC dips further, what runes would you be looking to pick up on the fire sale? So if you had to pick 3, what would you pick?
Mr. Yen, Donald Trump, and Dog.
Meme it out, baby.
Yep. All memes. Because that's the thing, is like memes, they're not going to die. This is this, like, and we can call them meme coins, but at the end of the day, they're community coins, right? They're community. These coins, they build community around, around an asset, and that's what they are. You can say that they're junk, they're trash, but at the end of the day, it's just like holding a, something that puts you, basically, it's a sign that says, hey, I'm with you guys. So it's just. And you can prove it with your wallet. So,
yep, I would do Mr. Yen, Donald Trump, and then $1 Billion Cat, because I feel like $1 Billion Cat has like a low enough market cap to get a little bit more X's out of. Oh, this is a good point. If Dog becomes the Shib, I hope Billy becomes at least Flocky. Yeah, I think that could happen. I definitely think that could happen. Crypto Hot News says, from 1 to 10, how bullish are you on Rune's protocol for this cycle? If you were to pick 1 to 10, 10 being
10,000, like, I'm bullish. Yeah. I think Runes are going to be the hottest thing. Runes and Tap are going to be the hottest 2 protocols for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we have 3 good ones, right? 3 good protocols. I feel like Tap, Runes, and BRC20. I think all 3 of those do well.
2 of 3.
Yeah, I think all 3 of those do well. Because you have to remember, like, Binance is backing Unisat. Up until like whenever they say they're not, right? When Binance falls off of that train, I'm done. I feel like they're done.
I think Tap and BRC20, it's time to show me, homie. And I think that we're getting the Tap ecosystem in the next 6 days. It might be months before we see something for BRC20. So it's just news, like, they might come out with something amazing, and that could change my entire outlook, right? So I'm just waiting for something. But as of right now, I mean, Tap's a week away, and Runes is shining.
Yeah, but Runes needs to show too. I mean, it's basically ARC20 with better marketing and support.
Yeah, but the volume is there.
Yeah, the volume is there for.
That's the thing. Like, to me, it's all about volume. It doesn't matter. I mean,
But what was the BRC20 highest volume? I guarantee it was higher than the highest Runes volume total. Not right now.
But right now, it's
in slower markets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
We'll
not
see.
saying that runes won't be number one. You've heard me say that.
Yeah.
You know, you've heard me
I'm
say
a
that.
day-to-day guy though, and right today, runes is the leader. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about what anything did yesterday. I can't make money on yesterday. I can only make money on tomorrow. So for me, it's all about what is popping today, and every single day is a new day to me. So BRC 20s come back tomorrow, then it changes. But as of today, runes is the number one.
So
platform.
so pizza's the only one that's really been popping, and then now you have Ghosty with
I'm
that,
bullish on
right?
pizza.
So
yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm actually like a 9 for runes. And one of the main reasons too is not just volume. Recently, it's these institutions that have been really trying to, you know, shove runes education down their audience's throats. You got Binance, Coinbase, you know, I think Kraken, maybe other, you know, KuCoin, and then you have Fidelity also talking about it in the TradFi entity that talks about it. To me, that makes me even more like, what's going on here? Like, is there TradFi projects that are, you know, entities looking to build in Rune? So, you know, I'm definitely very bullish on the Runes ecosystem.
100%.
Leonardo says, hi, I have my Verothium purchased at BRC 420. I saw that there's an airdrop. Do I have to do something with them and leave them in the wallet? Sorry if you guys already talked about that. Thank you. No, you it's not an airdrop. You can stake it. So what you need to do is bridge it over to the Merlin chain using merlinchain.io. And just have it over there for whenever Verothium Dex launches, which should be, I think, the first week of July. So
yeah.
That's the
I can actually show that real quickly. You just go here. You know, you want to go from Bitcoin to Merlin. You change this asset. You need to connect your wallet, but you can change this asset to BRC 420. And if you do have the Verothium mines in that wallet, that Bitcoin wallet that you're connecting with, you will see a thing that says you can pick your Verothium mines and then send them to Merlin. And then in I think in about 2 weeks, probably the second week of July, you will be able to go to the Verothium Dex.io and stake those mines in there. And you know, the earlier you get them in, the more APY or APR you will be earning. So get them in there as soon as possible, because that Verothium token is what you're going to want to hold long term, in my opinion, or what I'm doing. But yeah, it is a rune as well.
Yeah, the token. And if you're a member of ours, we actually did a little sneak peek to show the staking platform. And so that's another benefit that you get if you get little sneak peeks with certain things.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, man. And anything you have, man. Well, you know, and if we can't answer it here, you can definitely reach out to us on Twitter as well. If you need any help whatsoever, we can walk you through that. We've helped out people like Courtney Johnson before. You know, we can help out anyone. You guys need help, just let us know.
Yep, we sure did. That was a fun experience. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end of the after hour here. Crypto Hot News says, oh wait, let me get to Tim's question here. It says, do y'all expect Dog to outperform BAMP? Overall market cap, higher market cap eventually, I think so. Yeah.
X's, I think Bank gets it in X's, because Dog, you know, let's just say Dog gets to 18 billion. That's from here, that's you know, an 18 about 24-25x from where it's at right now. Bank to get a 25x, it's only at a $26 million market cap because it's not fully diluted. So I mean, that's not, you know, so from the price range, you could see Bank hitting 500 you know, sats, and right now it's at 10. So I mean, I think Bank has a lot more X's because it's, you know, it's such a lower market cap and it's not fully diluted.
That's the biggest difference, is that they have a pre-mined runes amount that's for the reward. So the market cap is deceiving. When you see BAMP, you see 174 million. That's not the correct market cap. So the upside is, there's more upside. So percentage gain, that's where it would outperform Dog. In terms of top market cap, I think Dog has the higher market cap of probably all these tokens.
Yeah.
Crypto Hot News says, Shizzy and Yagobi, when will we have Jeff on the show?
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
When we had him on a month ago?
I think so. Yeah, we'll get him back. We'll get him back on here. Maybe there's multiple launches, guys, that's coming up. Ordinal Hive is launching soft launch this Friday. So guys, be ready for that on Merlin chain, as well as their Hive passes. So if you are whitelisted on for that, make sure you're getting ready for that. But yeah, and then VDEX will be following that. So there is a Spaces this Thursday. We were initially going to host that, but it made sense for Unicross to host it. So there, as soon as we get that link, we will start to promote that, because we want all you guys there so you can learn about the projects. I mean, there's going to be a lot of projects there. You want to, keep updated with Surf Protocol, BitGenie, VDEX, Ordinal Hive, and many, many more. So yeah, that's going to be coming up this Thursday, U.S. time, and we'll give you the exact time and so you guys can join that and listen in.
100%. And
that's it.
Shout out to Leonardo, man. Comment more, man. It seems like you watch a lot, so we appreciate you being here. And yeah, dude, throw your comments in there. We'll answer anything, guy. We appreciate you being here, Leonardo. Leonardo wins today. I'm giving him the question of the day. So.
Yep, and that wraps us up, guys. Please check out our Web3 partners. We just talked about Ordinal Hive, the Blur of Bitcoin. They'll be doing their soft launch this Friday, the 28th. Fluid Tokens. They have their rune stacks, guys, on live right now on Bitcoin Layer 1. So check that out. Earn points, because even though the dashboard isn't live yet, it should be live Friday is what we're hearing. So make sure you check them out, because they do have a runes token coming as well, and it's going to be a part of the airdrop that they do with the points. VDEX also the first week of July, and then of course Traverse Labs, the #1 security option for Bitcoin Layer 1 assets.
Yeah, guys, if you're worried about your assets being in a hot wallet and we don't have like ledgers and stuff here, you can put it there, but it's not safe because you can accidentally burn your ordinal. Use Traverse, guys. Go to traverselabs.io and you can use their vault. It's non-custodian, so definitely check them out. Like Yagobi said, our other 3 partners have all points. Go get these points. Go get these free tokens eventually. Go get these free airdrops. It could be passes. It could be tokens. It could be anything. Play with these sites. We're going to have all these links in our bio. Right now, we do have Fluid Tokens and Traverse in there, but we will have the right links when they go when mainnet happens for Verothium and Ordinal Hive, and definitely check those out. But if you guys wouldn't mind jumping over to ordinalrevolution.com, by you guys going to the site, it helps our stats over there. We're trying to grow our website presence, our media platform, and this really helps us. If you guys can just go to ordinalrevolution.com a few times a day, that really helps the show out. It's a couple clicks of a button. We appreciate that. And if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, Trump potentially could be there. So could be insane, but we get 21% off. Don't pay full price. Use our coupon here. This helps the show as well. And we have some amazing articles, guys. If you guys haven't read our articles, or if you know someone who's just joining this area, coming from the Ethereum or Solana side, show them our website. Tell them anything you need to learn is right here, and there isn't something, or if you guys want us to make an article something, let us know. We'll definitely make an article stuff. We're always looking for new ideas and stuff here, so definitely check out ordinalrevolution.com, please. And we're live Monday to Friday. What is it? 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific. So check us out all week, Monday to Friday. Every Sunday we have a weekend update. We'll probably have this week, our lineup, we potentially have Bob Biley on the show. We're going to have Fonzie on the show. We're going to have Traverse on the show. We're going to have potentially Raul on the show from Fluid. So we have a lot to come in this week, guys. We're going to be super busy after today. Today's kind of our slow day, but the rest of the week, guys, we're going to be grinding. We have so much ahead of us, so much. This is when to do it, right? We got to grind in this slow market. This
you almost said it. You almost said
this bear trap.
There we go. There we go. Bear trap is correct. Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff coming up, guys. Just stay positive because it's coming. It's coming. I promise. It's coming. Yep. And that's it.
All right. Peace. See you guys.
We OG, oh no G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, PRC 420, bro.
Yeah. Bro.
Yo, that shit found fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.